Being skinny fat can be pretty damn frustrating because you don't feel lean, but you don't really feel fat, and you definitely don't feel muscular. And you've got no real clue whether to bulk or cut first. In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get into awesome shape if you are currently in a position whereby you're skinny fat. But before I get into the video, please do me a quick favor and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and drop the video a like. Anyway, on with the video. So what actually is sort of being skinny fat? So essentially being skinny fat means that you've got low muscle mass, but you're still carrying a little bit of body fat. And that body fat is usually stored sort of in and around the love handles and the belly. You're not overweight by BMI standards, but you're not lean, but you're also not fat. You're somewhere kind of in the middle, and that's where we coin the phrase skinny fat. You're not fat enough to kind of warrant a cut, but then you're not skinny enough to kind of justify a bulk. So you end up spinning your wheels, second guessing everything, and essentially making fuck all progress. So most lads who are skinny fat get it wrong. They do one of two things. They either slash their calories to try and drop as much body fat as possible, and that essentially leads to them being even skinnier and kind of resembling a skeleton with abs. But then there's the other extreme. They end up going on some crazy bulk and essentially putting on far too much body fat and going from skinny fat to just fat.
It's funny because he's fat.
So if you're skinny fat, what should you actually be doing? The best thing to do if you are skinny fat is to go through a body recomposition phase. And this is where you build muscle and drop body fat simultaneously. And here is exactly how to do it. Step one, make sure that you're lifting weights 3 to 5 times a week and you're actually training like you mean it. Just because you're trying to drop body fat, it doesn't mean you should stop training hard in the gym. Make sure that you're focusing on progressive overload and you're trying to get better and stronger at the main compound lifts week upon week. Make sure that you actually follow a structured training program and don't just guesstimate what you're going to do every single session, and actually stick to that training program and just look to improve your lifts every damn week. Step two, you need to make sure that you lock in with your nutrition. If you want to complete a successful body recomposition, you need to make sure that you're in a slight calorie deficit. We're talking 200 to 300 calories, no more, because we want to make sure that we've still got energy to push ourselves in the gym so we can actually build muscle tissue as we cut body fat. One of the biggest mistakes people make when they try a body recomposition is they drop their calories too low, and then their energy is absolutely tanked and they can't actually perform well enough in the gym, meaning they don't build sufficient muscle during their recomp phase. So 200 to 300 calorie deficit to put you in a big enough deficit to help lose fat, but also still maintain energy for your lifting in the gym. And of course, you want to make sure that you're getting in enough protein too. Aim for around 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. Step three, make sure that you prioritize sleep and you manage stress. Make sure that you're sleeping 7 to 9 hours a night. If you want to train hard, you want to eat in a slight deficit, you need to make sure that you're recovering well. So make sure that you're prioritizing your sleep and you're getting those 7 to 9 hours a night, because that is crucial for your growth and repair of muscle mass, and also for your fat loss too, because the less sleep we get, the higher our cortisol, and essentially that makes it just more difficult to stick to a diet. And also that brings me on to my next point, make sure you keep your stress low. Increase stress, increase cortisol, tougher to stick to your diet. So just make sure that you're managing your sleep and stress. And step four, make sure that you're actually fucking consistent. If you want to be successful with your body recomposition, you need to give it time, all right? It's not gonna happen overnight. You're in a slight deficit to help you drop that body fat, high protein targets, and you're gonna train hard. You're gonna focus on that sleep and that stress management, and essentially over a period of time, your body fat will come down, your muscle mass will increase, and you'll have gone through a successful body recomposition and you will no longer be skinny fat. So what do you do after you get to the point where you're no longer skinny fat? Essentially, you've got two options. Once you get to a point whereby you've dropped sufficient body fat, you've increased your muscle mass, and you're looking at yourself like, okay, I'm pretty damn happy with where I'm at now. You've got two options. Option number one is you just go into a maintenance phase. You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, you know what? I'm pretty happy with where I'm at. So what you'd look to do is go into a reverse dieting phase, which is where you slowly increase your calories week upon week until you reach your maintenance calories again. You can work out your new maintenance calories by just going onto a calorie calculator online. Then once you worked out your maintenance calories and you're eating at that, you'll essentially maintain the physique that you've built. Or of course, option number two is to go into a lean gaining phase. This is normally the most popular option, especially for my clients when they do get to a physique they're happy with after their initial body recomposition phase. So if you get to that point where you finish your body recomp and you're like, actually, I want more size, then you want to opt to go for a lean gaining phase. So essentially, if you want to go down the route of a lean gaining phase, you want a slight calorie surplus. I'm talking 200 to 300 calories. Just like you used a slight calorie deficit for your body recomposition, you want a slight calorie surplus of 200 to 300 calories to make sure that you don't end up stacking on loads of body fat. We want to prioritize building muscle and keeping body fat to a minimum, hence why we want a small calorie surplus. And of course, you want to make sure that you're sticking to your training program and you're still eating lots of protein, still aiming for that gram of protein per pound of body weight. There's no right or wrong choice with what to do once you have successfully completed your body recomposition. It really does depend on your goals. If you want to just maintain what you've built during your body recomp, go for a maintenance phase. If you're in a position whereby you want to prioritize building size now that you've got the body fat down, go into a lean gaining phase. Anyway, that is a short and sweet guide of exactly what to do to escape your skinny fat dilemma. I hope you did enjoy the video and I hope you've taken some value away from it. As always, if you have, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. I really, really appreciate it. And drop the video a like and I will catch you in the next one.